Yes, Namit. Please share the story of Subramanya and Ganesha.
Sir, once there was a god, one of the devatas. I don't know the name. Then he asked Ganesha and Subramanya to go around the world.
No. Okay, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Okay. It so happens that Narada Muni once brings a mango and he brings it to Shiva, Parvati, Ganesha and Subramanya, who were all sitting in Kailasa. And he says, this is the tastiest mango. Then Ganesha and Subramanya both say, I want. He says, there is only one mango. I'll give it to only one of you. Who wins my challenge? They both say, what is the challenge? What is the challenge? Those who can go around the world 3 times fastest, to them I will give the mango, he says. Then, as soon as he heard that, Subramanya goes and climbs his peacock and starts going around the world. Ganesha slowly stands up and goes around his mother and father, Shiva and Parvati, 3 times, and comes to Narada Muni and says, please give me the mango. Narada Muni gives him the mango. Ganesha eats the mango. Oh, so nice. Then after a long time, Subramanya comes and says, I have come first. Give me the mango. Narada Muni says, Shree, I already gave it to Ganesha. Then he asks, oh, how did Ganesha do this? On his mouse? No. Ganesha says, see, Shiva is the consciousness. Parvati is the Shakti for the whole universe. So the whole universe, in the whole universe, there is Shiva only as a divine light of the self, which is the unchanging reality. And in the whole universe, the changing reality is nothing but the play of the Parvati, that is Shakti only. Ma, Shakti only. So they are the ones who are represented as the divine father and the divine mother. So I went around them. Therefore, I got it. So this story, again to indicate the path of the knowledge, jnāna-yoga. What Ganesha realized is that in all beings, there is divine self only, the Atma Jyoti only. And in all changes that you notice in life, it's all because of the changing energy. So therefore, through that realization, he could just go around Shiva Parvati 3 times and complete it faster than Subramanya. So that's what this story again points. It's the same truth that Shree Krishna is saying in this shloka. Is this clear? Namit?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. So let's begin with any questions any one of you may have. Kritik, do you have any questions from this shloka?
No, sir.
All right. Namit, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you go to the first slide?
Sure. Yeah.
Sir, what is sir, yoga of action, right, sir?
Yes.
Sir, yoga means union.
Yeah.
So what union is there in karma yoga, sir?
Okay. So whenever one is doing any action in the world, imagine there is a plant and you're watering the plant. What is the feeling with which one does? Oh, there is a plant and I am the one who is watering the plant. And when the plant grows, one may say, I watered the plant. So see, that's why the plant grew. Shree Krishna says, when anybody does any action with such feelings that I did it. That is called kartritva, the feeling of doership. And when you do anything with that, what you expect? Oh, whatever that plant fruit comes is my fruit. That is called expecting the fruits. So that one, both these, the doership and wanting the fruit, the enjoyership, they are the ones who bind anybody. If they get what the fruit they wanted, they may feel happy. If they don't get the fruit they wanted, they may feel miserable. And also, if somebody comes and scolds them, they may feel terrible. If somebody comes and praises, they may feel highly elated. Why all this is happening? Because I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. That feeling is there. So through the karma yoga and the next chapter, karma sannyasa yoga, Shree Krishna gives the clarity how to act in the world. When you're acting in the world, do it with a total involvement. When you're totally involved in whatever action you're doing, then there is no expectation. So therefore, first is he teaches us how to do without expectation. Karmanne-vadhikaraste. You have the right to do the action, but not on the fruits. Thereby, he removes our association to enjoyership. I did it, so I expect the fruit. But you have to do it with 100% involvement. Then later, he brings clarity about that you are not really truly the doer. So when these two associations are removed, what remains is pure awareness only. So then there is no more separation. There is yoga. So therefore, path of action is how to do selfless service. Through selfless service, how to realize oneness. So to give the clarity, this diagram. So when one is doing with the feeling of I am the doer and I am the enjoyer, there is a lot of grief or stress. If I get what I want, I may be happy. If I don't, I may be sad. So therefore, karma yoga, through karma yoga, Sri Krishna teaches us to do selfless service, selfless work. Like when you are offering yajna, whatever you're doing, do it as an yajna, as an offering. In yajna, what you offer in the fire, you cannot get it back. It is going to be burnt. Similarly, offer your actions for the benefit of others. Here, he says yajna. And as you keep doing that, the mind becomes calm. Why? Because no more there is any expectation from what is being done.
Yes, sir.
As the mind becomes calmer, then in such a mind, one can easily meditate and realize the true self. This is a separation and this is the state of union, yoga. So from here to here is the yoga through action.
Okay, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other question?
No, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Is there anyone else who has any question on the shloka that we discussed today? All right. If there are no questions, I would love to hear what you realize from today's discussion. Shall we begin from Kritik?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what I understood is there are two paths to liberation or enlightenment. One path is to go by knowledge. You understand the knowledge and then get enlightened.
What
Or
is the knowledge you understand? What is the knowledge you understand?
That who are you? That you are Brahman totally.
Excellent. And how Guruji, how Prabhuji teaches that to us? What is the mantra he gives to us? Correct.
Nanu nanembudu nanalla ideha manabuddhi nanalla sachidanatma shiva nanu nane shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect. I'm pure consciousness, Shiva Sarupi.
Excellent. So realize that you are the divine light of the self. You are not the changing. The body, mind, they're all the changing. The world, they're all the changing.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't mean that you have to run away. Doesn't mean that you neglect the worldly duties. It means that you are not any of those changing things. You are that unchanging.
Yes, sir.
And that is a path of the knowledge. Very nice. Yeah, please continue.
Sir, and then there's the second path, which is you have to go according to action. That is karma yoga, selfless action. So, like how you give the example that you actually did not water the plants, like that. So that is selfless action. Whatever you're doing, it like you give it as offering to God. That's selfless action.
Excellent.
Those are the two paths where you can go for enlightenment.
Very nice. And what else he is saying through the shloka? Who is the path of contemplation or the jnana yoga suitable for?
Arjuna.
So meaning what? He doesn't really say for Arjuna, but
He says for everyone.
But in that he is giving two distinctions. So Shree Krishna is saying jñāna-yogena see here, jñāna-yogena sānkhyānāṁ, meaning those whose mind is bent towards contemplation. Some people are calmer to realize the higher truths, and they are able to realize this through jnana, through listening to the vakyas of the Guru.
Yes.
So such are Sankhya yogis, Sānkhyānāṁ. They can go through the Jnana Yoga path. And for who does he recommend Karma Yoga?
He recommends it for Arjuna.
Those who still have lot of tendencies in the mind. So
Yes, sir.
how to remove the tendencies in the mind to get rid of the impressions? Through Karma Yoga. By doing selfless service, all the negative impressions which block the realization of the self can be removed. So there is a wonderful story that is there told by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So somebody goes to a guru and says, I also want to learn Bhagavadgita, and I've been told that Bhagavadgita helps me to realize the truth. And the guru says, gives him a pot which has lot of dust and lot of soot. And he says, what you do is, for next few days till I tell you, you go to the river there. There's a river far away. Go to the river there and bring the water and water all the plants around the ashram. So the student goes and he's bringing water and he finds that the pot has lot of holes in it. So he tries to every day bring water, but by the time he comes to the ashram, water is over. So what to do? Guru has told to bring water and water the plants. So he keeps on repeating days after days after days after days. He could never really bring the water to water the plants near the ashram. One day he becomes really tired and goes to the Guru and he asks the Guru, Guru, I am so tired. You have asked me to water the plants, but see this pot, it is full of holes. How can I bring water? See, none of the plants I could really water completely, little only. Then the Guru asks him, look inside the pot. And the Shishya looks inside the pot. How do you find the pot now compared to how you had seen it the first day? The Shishya says, oh, the pot is so much clean now. So clean now. There is no muck. There is no soot. It seems to be so clean. Very nice, very nice. And wherever you've been walking with the pot, go back there and notice the path and come back and tell me what you notice. So he now slowly walks and comes back and tells with lot of joy, Guru, wherever I was walking with that pot, now there are so many lovely plants and they all have flowers in them. So many wonderful flowers, colorful flowers. So happy to see. Very nice. You see, every day when you were walking here to plant the waters around ashram, because the pot had holes, the water was everywhere. But see, that water did not go waste. Through your selfless service, you never expected anything like that. But because you just did it without expecting anything, now see how those all plants got water and now they all are blooming. This is karma yoga, my dear Shishya, he says. And now the pot is so clean. Now your mind is also clean. Now I can teach you the ultimate knowledge that you are the true self. And that student realized it very easily. Because now his mind had become very, very peaceful. Because every day he had been wanting to work for the benefit of the ashram. He did not want anything. The only thing he wanted was self-realization. Does that connect to you, Kritik?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Very nice. Is there anything more you would like to say?
No, sir. That's it.
Very nice, Kritik. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Let's listen to what Namit understood.
Yes, sir. Can you hear?
I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
Yes, sir. Sir, now?
Yeah, now I can see you. Yeah, please go ahead, Namit.
Sir, what Krishna is saying here is, whoever are interested in Atma Jnana, they have two parts. Those who feel like Kartikeya, they feel separate from God. What they do is they do bhakti yoga. So Krishna has given has also given a way for them, for people who have who still don't say it with clarity that I am God. So for them Krishna has given the bhakti marga, or the karma yoga. And for whoever are interested in contemplation or study of scriptures, for those people Krishna has given the path of jnana yoga, or realizing the truth by listening to the guru and contemplating on it.
Excellent. So only the mind which is ready to receive such a knowledge can realize that.
Yes, sir.
So the mind has to be purified, first of all, of its impressions, of its negative tendencies.
Yes, sir.
Worry, doubt, anger, disbelief. When all these things are removed, then only the Jnana Yoga can happen easily.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you would like to say, Namit?
No, sir.
Very nice, Namit. Thank you very much for sharing.
Sir, can I leave?
Yes. I hope you will be able to listen to your friends afterwards.
Sir, yes, sir. The recording.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yes. Okay.
Sir, can I leave?
Yeah, you also please do the same thing.
Sir, I have another class. Sir.
Yes, yes.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om. Yes, Chirantan, let's listen to you.
Vijayji, I learned that there are two paths leading to the enlightenment. One is knowledge path and one is work path. Knowledge path is listening to the great gurus and contemplating on it and reading the books on it. And the work path of work is by doing selfless service, meditation.
One small correction there. Can I?
Yes, Vijay.
Listening and contemplating. After that, there is no more to be read. See, reading means what? That's also an action. Isn't it?
Yes,
So
Vijay.
listening to the Vakya of the Guru and realizing what they're saying, then the job is done. Isn't it?
Yes, Vijay.
When you know the truth, so for example, do you have to read a book to know that you have 5 fingers?
Yes, Vijay.
Do you have to read a book to know that you have 5 fingers?
No, Vijay.
No, you know it. By how? Yourself.
By seeing.
By seeing and by yourself, you know, oh, I have 5 fingers. So like that, do you exist? Are you there?
Yes, no, Vijay.
Do you know you are there?
Yes, Vijay.
Do I have to come and tell you that you are there?
No, Vijay.
You know it by yourself.
Yes, Vijay.
Who is that? As awareness.
By awareness.
You are that awareness. You are the divine light of the self. So that through contemplation, when you realize that's the end of it, then in every action that you do, in whatever you have to perform in the world, you start seeing the divine awareness in others and within you. So you will not be confused by what you see outside. Outside you see only different kinds of names and forms. So you see a plant, you see an animal, you see another person, but they are all outside. It's like, I'll give you an example. So you may see a fan, you may see a computer, you may see a fridge. What makes all of them work?
Electricity.
Like that, behind all the names and forms, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a plant, maybe it's an animal, behind all the names and the forms, it's the divine awareness only, divine consciousness only, which cannot be seen by this eye, but which can be realized through your inner eye. That is the eye of the jnana.
Okay, Vijay.
So then, no more anything to be read. Of course, you can read. It's not to say that you need not have to read. But to realize the self, there is nothing to be read.
Okay, Vijay.
Is this bringing clarity?
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, please continue what you want to say now.
Vijay, and second path is the path of work. Who thinks that the God and I are different? Those we must do selfless service, doing meditation, reading books, so
Correct.
they can become an enlightened one.
Correct. Excellent.
For example, selfless services, the plant never thinks that I will only give fruit to this guy. He is very good, and this guy is too bad. I won't give this fruit to him. It will give for everyone.
Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. So like that, around you, if you look, so many great gurus teach you. Air God, he never separates.
Yes.
Sun God never separates. So they're all examples of great selfless beings. Prabhuji, for many years he has been teaching without expecting anything back. So these are all examples for you to look at.
Okay, Vijay.
Anything else you would like to say?
No, Vijayji.
Very nice, Chirantan. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijayji.
Daivik, is there anything that you would like to share? Your understanding?
No, sir.
Okay. So look into what you understood from today's shloka and discussion thy week, and later you can record your voice and share it with me also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anvi, would you like to share anything? Are you there, Anvi?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Chirantan, is there anything more?
No, Vijayji.
All right. Then shall we end our contemplation?
Yes, Vijayji.